Hello. Okay, good. All right, everybody, I'm going on now. So, all right, good evening, everybody. Checking out Philly. You are checking out PhillyFunkRadio.com, and you are checking me out on the latest edition of Talk Live with Van Stone. We have people on video tonight, and we also have people on the phone. We have Mr. Skip Hamilton. He's on the phone. Say
Hi,
hi.
Skip.
Hey, Skip, Skip, how y'all doing? It's Hawk Rock. Hey, Skip, it's Hawk Rock.
Hard Rock. Yeah, sorry.
Hi,
Hi,
Hart.
Harvard.
How y'all doing?
Okay, so everybody can take it. Open. This is our opening. We're going to talk about the things that are going on in the news. I know Van and I had a real good discussion earlier about a couple of different topics, and we're going to try to get to those tonight. So, who wants to start off? Van, do you want to start it?
Of, of course, of course. So this is Talk Live with Van Stone, and welcome to the show, WBSR, Power WBSR. Just want to let everybody know right now it's 5:15 in Philadelphia, of course, Pennsylvania, and we're 3 hours difference in California with Hard Rock Skip Hamilton, who's here from Soul City. I just want to announce the rest of the team. We have Antoinette. He is here from Southwest Philly. We have David Anthony representing Southwest. And of course, we have my son Kasim Turpin, the education man, representing New York, Brooklyn, with Jerry Wilson. So, we're just going to jump right into the topic. What's happening in the news right now? We need to really discuss, I think, something that's important concerning this COVID-19 issue. So, so what are we going to really do now that we're all staying at home and we have lots of things to do, and people are flooding Facebook with, I think, the wrong conversation. Right now, in my opinion, here's what's happening. The virus, although unfortunately it's really taking lives, but the upside is it's so peaceful outside. And from my view, I think that most of the negative people who are outside, who are causing all the problems, the violence and everything, well, they're inside. They're not outside. So when we go out, the peaceful people, whether it's California, New York, or Philly, it's so peaceful for us to just go out and do what we got to do. But when we get back home, we need something to do. So we're going on Facebook and we're being stalked. That's my opinion. We are being stalked, and mainly by African Americans who are negative. They're stalking us, and since they have nowhere else to go, they're just dropping so much negative information on Facebook. So we need to come up with some positive information. So what we were discussing is one thing. What are we going to do about the black vote? Let's start with that. Does anybody have any view on what are we going to do with the black vote?
Well, this is Antoinette speaking. The black vote. It's funny because I just received a message, actually a text message from one of the administrators in reference to, doing it through the mail now in reference to that. So I'm wondering, is this going to be the new norm for, when it comes down to voting? Are we going to do it by, mail now, or because evidently we can't go in person to do it? So I just want you guys' opinion on that. Do you think that would be a good fit in reference to, voting through mail, or, the normal ways of, going back in through just in person of doing it?
Well, I
Hey, this is Kasim.
Hi,
well.
Kasim.
Can I?
Oh, sure. Go
Hey, how
ahead,
you
Kasim.
doing? I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead, Jerry, if you want to.
No, but I was saying in answer to answering this question, I think the mail-in ballots, because I actually did sign up for a mail-in ballot. I did. I got a email from both the Pennsylvania Voter Registration Board as well as the one for the federal election in regards to the ballot, and I think it's a good idea on the surface. But the problem is that because another thing that's being discussed is a possibility of doing online voting, and my only concern is the potential for voter fraud and the potential
Yes.
for, I'm just gonna be honest, I don't trust Donald Trump, and
Yes.
to suspend the normal way that the election is being done leaves it open to all kinds of fraud and all kinds of problems, and especially in the black community, they already flood the communities with misinformation that try to get us to not go out and vote. So now it's going to be something else that they're going to try to rig and try to scare the black vote away from going and so forth.
Yes, you made a good point, and I totally agree with what you're saying, Jerry, in reference to the vote. And because it's so scandalous what happened in the 2016 election, I actually feel as though that would be another repeat, if worse, if we continue to do it that way.
Okay.
Hey,
Um,
Kasim again.
you go ahead, Kasim.
Yeah. I guess my opinion on the topic is that I think that, like I'm gonna say from the beginning, the whole coronavirus is set by the government to rig this election, and I think this is just another way of not being able to tally votes, to count votes, to not make the people's decision count, because there's the college vote and then electoral vote. We already know he lost last year from the college vote. So this year is now going to be, I guess, mail versus internet votes or whatever the case is. I just think this is just another way to have a way at it for another year. Unfortunately, I think he's going to win again. I could care. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. Unfortunately, my prediction is that this man is actually going to walk away with this win again. Because just being in Pennsylvania and being in different townships right now, I literally been on both sides of a township, and there's this whole Coretta, I can't even find the word. Coretta, no.
Okay. Well, I do agree with you about something where you say, unfortunately, Trump will probably be reelected, and it's because, we would like to think, sanity-wise, that nobody in their right mind will go out and vote for this man again after what he's did over the last 3.5, almost 4 years. But what I keep trying to tell people is, you don't forget how racist this country is for the fact that he even got in the first place. So, for the fact he was able to get in the first place means he can get in again. I mean, he's already in the office.
Yeah.
Good point.
Like,
So,
yeah, the township is basically Confederate flags versus Obama flags and everybody else flags. So it's just actually just really kind of sad on how this nation is pretty going. But I think this is just another way to deter away from what's really happening and what's really going on. Because it was once upon a time where the coronavirus was only affecting other people but black people, and now it's only affecting black people now. So it's just a lot of things to look at and to decide, to dissect, and to just look upon. I don't, it's kind of sad. I just don't know what to do as far as voting right now. As far as a 32-year-old, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I matter.
Okay. Well, then you leave it up to the professional, and that's me, Van Stone. This is what I do for a living. I'm a political analyst. And I'm telling you, I made the prediction on Trump. When Trump first won, I was by myself, a standalone, following politics, and I made the prediction that he was going to win. And at that time, it looked crazy, right? Everything looked like, Hillary was going to win, and we had all these people, doing this and saying that. But when you study politics and you understand what's really happening, it's not about the emotion. Because that's a good statement you said. I really don't know what to do. That, at least the honesty is there. So here's my prediction. He's going to lose. He's going to lose. And here's why. Because we have two races in this country. When I say race, it's black and white. Everyone else, they're just different cultures. ethnicity, and so it's either you're going to support one group, one race, or the other. And right now, we have a high number of white Americans who are so angry with Trump. If you're looking at what's happening, you got to really pay attention. So for the longest, okay, all the people, black Americans, the poor and the needy, we were on SNAP, we were on food stamps, whatever you're used to calling it, where we barely have anything. But then at the same time, because of the fact, political-wise, we also know how to take care of ourselves. During this virus, we're very fortunate. We're the ones that's not struggling when it comes to the economics. We've already been struggling anyway, so we didn't have anything. We're struggling because of the health issue, but that has nothing to do with Donald Trump. This is the point. So when you look at the voting situation, most of the white folks are struggling. When you talk about those people have no food, absolutely nothing, that's mainly a bunch of people who did not dream in their lifetime that they would have no money coming in. So the statement was with the people mainly who have money, the wealthy, mainly the white people, they needed to have at least $400 saved in the bank. Can you imagine that? How can you really think you're going to survive with only $400 saved? But in their world, when Trump is running things, that was enough for everything to get to them on time, and they would be fine. Well, now we know nothing's getting to anybody. So the lines are really so great. They have nothing but cars to drive. They have no food. They have no money. And they are really mad, and they're done with Trump. So what I'm telling you is that percentage against Trump with the white vote has gotten up so high that basically black people don't even have to vote. He's going to lose.
Well,
Wow.
I would like to read a comment that was actually just sent to me by Ms. Valerie, and she basically said, if we all get out and vote, especially the younger voters, we could at least put a dent in it. And if you don't vote, then we're screwed.
Well, that's not true. This is what I'm working on, and we haven't heard from Hard Rock yet. But we're going to give him a time because I think his time is limited and he has to go. So we want to make sure whatever he want to throw in there. But real quick, let me say this, and then if Hard Rock has something to add, because I have a lot to say with politics. As a professional, this is the same thing that you heard saying over and over and over again. If we don't vote, then he's going to win. But that's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's just what people say. And then nothing changes when we do vote. So for the first time, because you have a high number of people who are white Americans who care about black Americans, that's the thing that they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, whether we're black or African American, these categories. We have now a high percentage of white Americans who care about us just as much as we care about ourselves. So therefore, he's not going to get away with it. But Skip, Hard Rock Hamilton, if you have anything to add, I think you might have 3 minutes.
You know, I like to go now because she already went to work. But I agree with you, man. You know, there's a lot of mad Caucasians out there that are disappointed in this guy. I mean, he promised a lot of people a lot of things, and he didn't come through with it. You know what? But I mean, you see things going on as far as the electoral vote. You know, Miss Clinton, she won, but it wasn't for the electoral vote, she lost. I mean, she had millions of people that wanted, and they come up with this thing. I mean, you know what? I'm just not too fond of the system, and whether it be Democrat or Republican. I mean, Republicans lie, Democrats lie. I don't know who to believe. I'll be honest with you. You know, so right. It's not. I don't know which way to go. To be honest with you, I'd be lying if I jumped on the bandwagon and said I'm all for Democrats or I'm all for Republicans. Man, there's so many lies going on, and the press, the media builds things up worse than what it is. a lot of times, and I'm just like I don't know which way to go. Let's talk about basketball, wrestling. You know, because this is it got me. You know, you people that into politics. I mean, y'all make a lot of sense. Van made a lot of sense because it don't matter because there's a lot of Caucasian people that are pissed off with this.
Okay. Hard Rock, your audio died out for some strange reason. We can't hear you. So we are going to try to go to a break real quick. If you would give me a minute, let me do a couple of things here. Is everybody else still there, or did it?
We're
die
still
out?
here.
Van, you still there?
I'm
Yeah.
still here.
Okay. I think Hard Rock he died. His connection died out.
My
So-
picture's still here. You can't hear me?
No, I can't. I can hear you now. There you go.
We can hear you.
So what? Why is that queued up? This is where live TV here, everybody. This is where we have sometimes we have mistakes. We've been having by the way, everybody that's still on the line, I've been having technical issues all day because of the amount of traffic that is on this service because, you know, everybody's doing the work at home. Everybody's doing the social distancing and everything. So everything's kind of congested right now. So if anybody, for whatever reason, disconnects, just call back in. Everybody's
Antoinette, you still there?
Am I all right?
Yeah, we hear you clear.
Okay.
So it's just Van and Skip.
Antoinette, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't hear Antoinette or David.
Okay, yeah, I think they might be out. So,
Okay, well, we'll go to a break.
Okay, yeah, give me a second, and I'll go to a break.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason.
Yeah, you know what?
Because it means
There's
love and
something going on with my
devotion for one's
computer.
country. Love.
The computer's starting
Okay.
to freeze up. That's what's
Well,
going
I'll-
on.
Really makes up this
I
country.
can still fix up the conversation while we're waiting. So, Hard Rock, you still there?
Yes, I am. Am I still on audio?
All right.
Video?
Yeah, you're
No,
still on.
you're on audio and video, but we can hear you more importantly, so that means that the listeners can hear you. So that's good. You sound real clear right now, too.
All right.
Yeah, much better. Kasim, you there?
Hello.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So we have the four of us, and until the others come back in, we're just going to continue. All right. So that was a hot topic, and we can move on. We can move on to another point. Here's a point that I had really questioned. And I questioned the view of what's happening on Facebook, and basically, like I said, just the negative talk. But we wanted to get the positive talk, and for some reason, we're just, getting overwhelmed with all the negative activity, which I thought I explained it. The negative people are using the internet process right now. And that is so wonderful for us because we're much safer. The reports are in the big cities, crime is down, less African Americans are being hurt or just the negative stories. And this was my point. I was just saying, or in other big cities, you hear either black Americans, you turn on the news and all you see is always a report which identifies somebody black has done something wrong, this and that. Right now, you don't hear any reports of negativity. And all you see is the beautiful, positive faces of black Americans, whether they're doing nursing or they're doing delivery or they're actually doing policing or they're just, helping in the kindest way. So let's talk about that. I think that's really, really important, especially since we're going to be trying to do our best to set the stronger example. How do we keep this? So in the next 6 months or less, when they relax this thing and they allow all the negative people to go out in the street, how do we keep this up? Anybody have any opinions?
I'm going to jump in on that, if y'all don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Hard Rock from Soul City again. And I'm going to say this. You know how you get rid of that negativity? You stop looking at white and black, and you grab that white brother's hand next to you and that black brother's hand next to you, and Hispanic person next to you and that Asian person, and you love one another. And we stop doing this divisive thing. You know what I mean? Now, those people that want to be out on the streets talking about we taking their rights, what is wrong with these people? These are white, black, brown, all kind of people that are saving our lives in these hospitals. And they don't care if you're white or black if they work on you. If you go to the hospital and you're a black person in the bed, you got a white kid or a white young person or a white or Asian person waiting on you, and they got to take, if you're infected, they got to take that back to their family. So, you know, as far as this white and black thing, I ain't with that. I think that we all do need to get that cancer out of society. Those people that are talking this N word and this white word and dividing one another, let's get rid of that. Look at those people that are working on the side. They don't care what color you are. Just like in the wrestling ring. I don't care what color you are. I can train you if you're a white kid or a black kid. I can train you if you're an Asian kid. So why don't we stop that? This is the only place in the world that talk about white and black. Man, I love y'all because if you cut yourself, if you cut yourself and you're a white person, if you don't bleed red and you're bleeding purple or blue or green or something, you're an alien. Other than that, God put us all here together to live together. Just like that brother came on last week, Kassim, he's gay. So what? So what? He's a brother, he's a person, he's a human being, just like everybody else. And I heard that, and I hope that I didn't offend anybody, but and you know what? I don't care. That's what I got to say about it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
All right. So we're
All right.
okay, because we're gonna take a small break. So everybody, hold on, and we'll be right back. All right.
Okay.
Let me do this real quick. If this works. Okay, hold on. All right, yeah, I'm having an issue with this. You know what's going on? I'm using the same computer for everything, so it's freezing up. So, all right, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do a break. So,
Pliers?
See, now it's
Let's keep going.
Okay, hold on 1 second. It just cut on all
It's
of a
not your
sudden.
birthday. Sorry.
Let me try to get this off.
Bye, Grandpa. Bye,
Take care of yourself. What are you doing?
See, it froze up. Okay, the computer froze. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Come on, close it. If you guys can talk over it, you can continue. I'm trying to close something.
All right. So this is Van Stone, Power WBSR 1360 Philadelphia. It is 5:36, and it's a nice sunny day. Just to let you know what the weather is here. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. Not sure if it's going to really get there. The day is almost over. At least the afternoon is all over. We have with us, with the team, we have Kassim Turpin. He's here in Philly. You still with us, Kassim?
Hello?
Okay, we might have lost Kassim. You still there? Okay. Hard Rock Skip Hamilton, are you still there?
Yes, I am. So sick.
Well, okay. Then we riding. So we got California that's hanging in there.
David,
And
you still there?
I'm still here.
No, it says David's still on the line too.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh, David. David, you here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah,
Can you hear me? I hear you now, David. What's up? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Okay,
Yeah,
well, you hear you now here. So, Antoinette, you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
All right. Well, I don't know. You know, we having technical difficulty. You probably heard us, but we couldn't hear you. But we had some
Right.
strong positive comments. So let's go on to the next topic. And since David Anthony is here, we didn't hear much from him. I want to bring in some more positive stuff. I want to talk star to star. I would like to hear some fantastic points from one star in heavyweight professional wrestling, Soul City Wrestling, but also another star who's humble, you know, and professionally, he doesn't talk that much about what he's been doing in the career for years and years. But I think it is so important, and especially since we have Hard Rock, I didn't think that we have actually put this out to you, Hard Rock. So we have David Anthony, who's a professional, who's been a long time, who's been doing Michael Jackson impersonation. And, I mean, he's one of the best. He's one of the best. And one of the purposes that I know, that when you do the Michael Jackson impersonation, it's so strong because it's just so balanced and it's so positive. Not just the fact you have the moves, but the fact that just really reflecting that great personality. And we need that right now. But what is it like, David Anthony, to be in that, that star level compared to what Hard Rock is dealing with? What you got for us?
Yo, what's up, Hard Rock?
Hey, what's
Well,
going on?
for
How you
all
doing?
right, man. I'm pretty good, man. Hanging in there. But what you're saying, the petticoat off of that, it's like not easy because of who Michael is and what history he has done and the effect on the audience and just people in general. So, to do that, it is a serious task, and it's not like it's given, not done on purpose, because that was never something I was really into doing. But when you look at what effect it has on folks and being places that he's too big to be, I mean, that makes a big difference because he's loved all over. He can't reach every place, everywhere in certain times because of time difference and different atmospheres in the world or in different countries, states, city, towns. So that was like really a privilege to me to have done that and to really have done that as long as I did it, because I'm a live professional, not just a, instrumental or, listening to records and performing along with the Michael's voice himself. So, and I, as Sam said, thank you, Sam. It
You're
feels
welcome.
good to be appreciated because I've done everything recording artists and Michael himself could have possibly done, and he did put money behind us, so I'm going to say that because it's the truth is the light. So, to have been on a tour for so long, straight through, I know what Hard Rock mean when you say about practice, 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 make perfect, and doing the right thing. And when you're doing it for the people, the love, purity comes out because you're not doing it for your self reasons and just, hogging the money and being rich and not giving back to the community. So, nobody ain't thinking about no Michael right now with what's going on. So even that part of my career is on halt. But it's all good because I'm here with all of you, and, that gives me still input and effort to keep on going on, and I'm not going to stop until I'm in my restful place, and I'll still probably be kicking and doing my thing and singing, No, because it's like an enduring thing, it's like everlasting to the everlasting.
There you go.
But I love all of y'all, and I look forward to things to come. I really do, and I'm glad to be a part of this team. I really am. Because it's something different, it's new, and it's giving me a thirst. I feel good. Adrenaline's flowing, y'all just don't know yet. But I feel good, so I'm looking forward to things to come.
Hey,
Okay.
Glad to have you. Straight up.
And like I was saying on the last show, I'm glad everybody was available to come on tonight. I know, even with people not working, I know we still have busy schedules, so I'm glad. Actually, I'm glad you're sticking in there with me with these technical difficulties, because certain things don't come up until you actually go on the air. I tested this stuff out all day, and of course things go wrong when you're actually doing it for real.
But you still
Well,
I'm here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. You know what I
That's
mean? We really appreciate you. So everything in life ain't perfect. So we got to go through the good along with the bad. We good to go.
Amen.
Well, I'm going to laugh because laughter actually just, it keeps you going. You got to learn how to laugh at yourself at the same time. And so let's go to the next part. We have like 15 minutes left. It's 5:45 or 5:43 according to some people's clocks, and in California, it's a 3-hour difference. So we still have plenty of time in this short period of time to really now change the subject to a very positive direction. Like, what are we going to do? The kids are at home, and we need them to stay at home right now, especially when they're trying to relax the situation and they're trying to tell people to go back to work. and all of us are workers, whether we hold a regular job or whether, we're dealing with some ailments, but at the same time, we're still getting out. We're still doing things. And we're all able to work. And, I think the listeners and viewers are really catching on to the positive image that they're catching here with Philly Funk Radio. They're really catching it with AKA Studios, World Dance Studio. They're catching it with Soul City, and the whole process of Soul City, mentoring, wrestling, and other things. They're catching with Van Stone, and also Antoinette as well. Because I got to turn it back around now. We do have a black woman, positive black woman, with this program, which is very unique because we're going to bring it back one more time to the immediate topic that we got into with the COVID-19, the virus. So long, black women have actually been at the forefront when there's always crises and things like this, and have done so much. But then, through the whole process and speaking, and, talking about black family and black love, in the end, we know as a whole that the black women have just been really neglected. So this is a great time as well to look at the positive things that black women are doing. And so I'm going to bring it back to you, Antoinette, because I know that you have a lot of positive goals and things, but just, share some stuff with us that which really should be on our mind, because we really should listen to positive black women as well.
Oh, sure. Well, I think we as black women, and a woman's job, period, is never done. So I feel as though, me personally, the way I handle things, I'm definitely a multi-tasker. Like, you have to take care of everything. And when I say that, I don't say that in like a stressful manner. I'm saying it because that's a part of my DNA. Like, you have to make sure, too, if you have children that right now going through the, COVID-19, to me, as a mother, I feel as though you have to be a roundabout mother. And when I say a roundabout mother, I mean not just that your kid is in the house and you can physically see them, but know what's going on with them mentally, know the different stress levels they might be dealing with there that they're not speaking, upon. And they're right at this point, they're not really with their peers. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure, as long as their physical health is being well kept, you have to make sure their mental capacity is being well kept as well. Like, I know me, I dive very deep. I like to make sure, my son is mentally well. And when I say that, I like to know what's concerning him, different things that's going on. Not just with the coronavirus. I mean, I've done this since he was little. So, you just got to be mentally and physically aware of different capacities that affect in our lives. And even with different loved ones that, you encounter on a day-to-day basis. Like, just make sure everybody's mental health is well, and then, you can kind of like move forward. And I also make sure that I put myself first too as well, because if I'm not good to myself, I cannot be good, for my rest of my family members and outside things that I do as well. I'm the type of woman, I wear many, many hats. And, you have to know your worth and to know what your capabilities are and helping the next person. It's not all about me and my family. It's about reaching out to somebody else and helping someone else, too, that's in need. Or you might think of something, an elderly person that's going through crisis right now that can't seem to get out during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, it's okay to just be that person, be that listening ear, and be that, that hand where you can just physically reach out or just call and help someone. You know what I mean?
Yes. Hold on for a second. I have to bring Van back on. I had to cut him off real quick.
Okay.
Van, you back?
I've been here.
Okay, I had to cut you off because of the vibrating.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, you're back then.
Most of the talking Antoinette was doing, which was like time for me to be quiet. So I'm looking on Facebook and I'm seeing this beautiful child here with Hard Rock Hamilton. So we need to let the child know that star of the program, bringing the children right in. And, anything you want to add, Hard Rock? I see the youngin' right there.
Hey, I got both of my grandsons here. They heard Miss Antoinette speak, and they like what she said. I don't know if they understood it, but they like what she said. And I'm going to tell you something. It's hard keeping these kids at home, but we got to keep them home and safe so they can come out to some shows. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Say hi, y'all.
Yeah.
This is Aylin.
Oh, they're
and
wonderful, Hard Rock. They are wonderful. Your
Andy.
grandchildren are beautiful.
Aylin and Andon. The little guy in the back, the hard-head guy, that's Andon. And the big guy in the front, that's Aylin. And they both are very energetic, intelligent, and they know to stay in the house while this pandemic is going around. Ain't that right, fellas?
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. And I think moving forward with this pandemic is actually teaching all of us to be better. Like when you get out of this situation, there's going to be a new normal. And a new normal, I know for me and everybody that I'm surrounded with, even though we're good people, it still allows you to be better. So, I mean, if people don't get that out of this situation, I just don't know what to say. And then you find out different goals that you might want to, do and look up. And this is the time to sit there, evaluate yourself, others, and, just dig really deep and pull a lot out to figure out different things or different goals that you want Expire to do. I mean, this is really the time that you have to do it. So me personally, I'm taking advantage of it and really trying to really dig deep. Excuse me.
Miss Antoinette, I'm gonna tell you something. Miss Antoinette, my grandchildren are dying to meet you, and they want you to. When we have a show, we're gonna come back to Philadelphia and have a show, and we want to sit you ringside for the new sensation and devastation, Soul City Wrestling. And we're gonna sit you there, and you're gonna have a special seat because they're gonna remember you. Trust me, they don't forget nothing. Ain't that right, fellas?
Yes. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. And once this pandemic is over, it's going to be great for us to do a lot with the youth too, because I'm really I'm so proud of the team that I'm with. Van Stone, Jerry, you, Hard Rock, David Anthony, and myself. And I'm really just proud of being a part of a positive team. You know what I mean? Right now, some things might be a little bit rocky, but at the same time, you stick with your crew, doing the good and the bad. Like I told Van Stone, people might see you when you're down and out, but the same people going to be right there to see you rise. So, you just hang in there. And, your grandsons, they're just a part of what's to be, in the future. All of our individuals that's younger than us, they are nothing but individuals. And you have to respect them.
That's right. That's right.
So I have a question while we're wrapping up. It's like 8 minutes left to talk live with Van Stone in Philadelphia. I want to, we're ending on a good note this time. Some of the conversations get tough, but everybody has a great opinion, and that's the great thing about the show. Everybody just be honest, be real. But I have a question about what's happening with Soul City, and especially I see the two beautiful young children over there. My question to Hard Rock, because I need to learn just a little bit, is there such a thing as a junior when it comes to wrestling? Like, could something like that be really put together where there's a junior champion, or what is that about? So that, maybe we could get the kids even more active where we could see them, especially since we're seeing you very clear now. It would be wonderful, what the kids might be able to do, or, we could watch. I don't know, but, what's the answer to that?
Well, I'm going to tell you the answer. I think that you tried to trick me. Now, is that a trick question? Because you remember when we did it in Philadelphia. You got all those guys from 46th Street. You had the young guy, the midget. You had all those kids around the ring, and they were going around the ring saying, we can do it. They had little singlets on and stuff like that recorded. This is what Soul City Wrestling, Soul City Mentoring, and Soul City Sports is about. The youth of America. That's my logo. I mean, that's my motto. The children are the future. And anything anything we have to do to make this thing better for children, that's what we do. It ain't for adults. I'm not trying to have naked women walk around the ring and guys got their heads split open and all that. No. This is about kids. The kids got to intervene all the time. They got to be right there ringside with Miss Antoinette, and we're going to put on the show like we did in the film before.
Okay. And the youngsters, they also are learning martial arts, correct?
Well, these guys got their yellow belts. Their master Ryan, he loves them. It's a shame that the pandemic is here. They haven't been there in a while, but they just got their yellow belts, and they're awesome. They love it, and they play baseball.
Okay. Well, you know, awesome. the fact that this is live and that it gets recorded, as we say, we're also on the YouTube channel, Power WVSR YouTube. And, you know, we have Philly Funk YouTube. I got to get used to saying his call numbers as well. But we have several YouTube channels, and maybe, if it's possible, Hard Rock, the youngsters, the grandkids, they can give us some demonstrations, which will really be nice, you know, where they can throw a couple punches, whatever.
Van, I don't mean to cut you off, but don't start that because they might be starting to kick at me. This guy on the left, this guy has one of the strongest kicks he ever seen.
And that is awesome, and that's right under David Anthony. He's also a yellow and black belt in martial arts. See, a lot of people don't know that.
Okay, see that, fellas? We got somebody you can whoop up on, David Anthony.
All right.
Wow. Hey, you know, and I like to give a little shout out to their father. His name is Adrian James, and I'm gonna tell you something. For a young man, he was from Tasker Projects over there, and he moved out here with us. I mean, their mother and father. I'm gonna tell you something. Their father's a natural. I mean, he missed his thing on football, but I'm gonna tell you something. I am so proud to say that boy that young man is my son-in-law. He teaches whatever all these kids know is because of their father, and their father plays a major part in trying to get these kids, keep them active, and having them do all kind of things with the community, and have them participate to keep them off the street. I call him the coach. He's a Jamaican brother, but you would never know. A brother's a brother, but he's a natural Jamaican. And I tell you what, the boy is all that with coaching these kids and other kids in the community.
Oh,
right,
awesome.
And that's beautiful. And this is the point that I was bringing out when we first started the show. All the negativity, especially on the Black Americans and the Black kids, are told the stories, you know, that's not positive stories, but it's told negative stories. And then you watch on the news, regardless of big city, where you find where there's fights and all kind of things dealing with kids, there's always something negative is highlighted. We are about trying to highlight the positive. That's why we love the images, the pictures. I've got a couple of pictures of the youngins. We're working on that. They can make the cover of the Philly Front Page News, Media Key 307. And, you know, this is the type of things that we really need to see. So then evidently the virus is proving something, that the media, for whatever reason, are highlighting all the wrong things. And so while we have the chance, we need to use Facebook and YouTube to highlight the positive things so that there are more kids, definitely, who are not into negativity. We got to take advantage of that, because once things get loose again, it's the bad attitude adults who are leading things, you know, and then so we got to get control. And I think we can. We got 2 minutes left. Anybody have any views? We got to wrap this up. We got 2 minutes to wrap up the show.
Real quick. I have a challenge for everyone that's on tonight. Next week, I want to try to do a totally positive show. No negativity. So within the next week, everybody think of positive stories that they can bring. And next week, I want to have a coronavirus-free show. Can we do that? Everybody?
Yes. Awesome.
Because what I want to, I understand what's going on now, but there's also as was illustrated tonight, there's also a lot of positive things going on. There's positive things going on in the community right now, and there's positive things going on surrounding this virus, and the fact that we're learning things about each other, and we're learning new things about our world. So, like I said, I want to try to start focusing in on the positivity, because it gets to the point when you watch regular news that you actually have to cut the news off. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is I want to try to bring positivity. I'm not saying be blind to what's going on, but try to emphasize the positive and not the negative.
There you go. I agree.
The kids are saying thank you and see you later. Go ahead. Say
all right. Bye, sweetheart.
Okay. Have a good evening.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Everybody else on last thoughts? Van.
For my team to stay positive and hang in there, and once this is over, we're going to be doing a whole lot of great things.
Okay. David, anything? Nope. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap up then. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Unfortunately, we did have some technical difficulties, but each time we do this, we get better. We'll be back next week, everybody, and have a wonderful evening and have a wonderful week.
Good night, Jerry.